start talking.
All right, starting now. Hello. Programming is hard. I learned to write code in high school, and back then the tasks were pretty straightforward, like reverse a list or calculate the M Fibonacci number, whatever. And even if you got the requirements mostly right and the code to compile and spit out the right output, that's a B+, and you could call that a day. But programming is a solo activity. You could do alone with the computer as homework. Anyone with the drive and the effort can write code. Now, software engineering is a team sport. It is done with peers, each learning from each other to support genuine business and technological requirements. Not to mention the work typically happens alongside other non-programmers who may work in sales, marketing, support, UX, and other roles necessary to ensure mission success. Because for the programmer, this doesn't just mean writing code that works. It means writing code that is readable and changeable and grokkable by others who will not only have to maintain that software, but ensures it stays working with ongoing change. That final project you turned in for B+ is now your coworker's job to maintain indefinitely. And that means writing tests, more code, to ensure that the code you did write doesn't just work, but stays working as the business evolves. It's not just tests that need to be written as well, because if customers struggle with your software, the first thing they will go to is your documentation. And if your docs are no good, the second thing they'll go to is your competitor's website, because good code doesn't come from good programmers. It develops gradually from the effort put into it by exceptional team members, good people and software engineers who hold their work in high regard and aspire to help their peers improve and the business succeed. And, this is often why programming is considered an art form, because really, if you're improving as a coder, then you will find that the code you write now will look awful to you in the future. And that's a good thing, because of gradual practice and research, mastery is attainable. And yeah, mistakes are inevitable, but mistakes are also learning opportunities. And learning from your successful peers will make you stronger. And while there is certainly no one right way to program, there are plenty of wrong ways. And that is why it should be demonstrated why you shouldn't mix ammonia and bleach or gasoline and tennis balls. It is advantageous to show our peers how you do it wrong and to recognize the pattern of failure and understand the stupid mistakes that have bitten us all before, because, well, the prophecy of what happens to those who fail to learn from their mistakes. So why not just write bug-free code? Well, a couple reasons, because that's impossible. Alan Turing, the patron saint of computer science, blessed be his name, demonstrated the limits of computability in the halting theorem, that there cannot exist a program that can assert another program won't halt for a given input. So yeah, the physical limits of the universe is one thing, but two, because correct is constantly changing. And what the business needs now will be different than what the business needs later. Customer expectations, roadmap anticipation, unexpected circumstances, team members' vacations, and incredible sudden opportunities, Log4j, will all shift the goalpost. There is always more work to be done. But also because code rots, and for those unfamiliar, this may seem like a strange phenomenon because code is not at all organic, so how could it rot? But this is an emergent phenomenon, one observed from years of evolving hardware and software, because the same code that once ran on an Apple II computer could not run today on a modern MacBook Pro without emulation. Hardware requirements, chipset architecture, and driver support can all become obsolete. And new shiny silicon may make new shiny software, but that doesn't mean the old code can come along too. Not to mention that the business needs and consumer expectations are constantly shifting as well. When YouTube debuted in 2005, it was a marvel at all to be able to upload and view a 3-minute video in 4080p with minimal latency. And nowadays, consumers demand hour-long 4K 3D videos of 2 ads and a quiz. The underlying software had to change dramatically to support these requirements. But also because code rots and code smells. And during software development, mistakes in software design will exhibit certain characteristic smells or indicators of common mistakes made. This is never emergent phenomenon, and recognizing these odors takes practice and experience. Thank you. And many computer science contributors before me have talked about these code smells and categorized them differently. And this is not a new idea. I first learned of this notion from clean code, which led me to recognize many common software development errors. I wrote better software after reading this book. I also say the Refactoring Guru, a wonderful resource, has categorized many smells into their own categories, identifying defect classes such as code bloat, change preventers, dispensables, couplers, and others. Well, he who smelt it may get the book deal, but as software engineers, we cannot deny these bugs exist, and we must supply the fix. Thank you. That's my presentation.
Thanks, Sam.
Good job, Sam.
That was cool.
Nice job, Sam.
That was waxing philosophical. That's good. All right. Thanks, Sam.
Unfortunately, definitely don't buy that book.